Welcome to the next episode of Demo Mondays. Demo Mondays is a video series where we invite different Amazon software creators and we ask them to present their product just like this on the screen. And today my guest is Quantify Ninja. And Quantify Ninja is presented by Yinon Shiryan. Hello Yinon.
Hi, Augustus. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much. And can you please tell us what is Quantify Ninja and how does it help Amazon sellers?
Well, Quantify Ninja is basically a software that I've developed for my own use when I was a seller back then in 2013. And as a seller, I had many features that were missing on Seller Central. For example, if you wanted to know the trend line of your sales for a specific product, you can't do it even today, by the way. There's no option to see a chart of your sales for a specific product. You can only split it to a category or see all your products together. So this was very important to me. So I started implementing those charts. Then I've added the automated messaging again for my own use. Then my friends asked me to use it on their accounts, and so it became as Quantify Ninja. And uh, along the time, we have added many features. Starts from statistics, analytics, that basically helps you understand your business better, because there's so much lack of information on Seller Central, and you want to know exactly how much sales did you do, did you make, which products sold the most, what is your profit, and how many refunds, what is the return rate. All those questions and more, and you can also send automated emails. You can get alerts on your products, on your competitors. It's basically all in one that shows you everything you need to know on your business.
All right, nice story. And can you tell us what kind of Amazon sellers are the best fit for your software?
Well, everyone can use Quantify Ninja from the smallest business to the largest. The data is important to everyone. Every business can have growth, and every business wants to expand its business. So what we show in the statistics is important for everyone, even if you sell 5 products a day or if you sell 50,000 products a day.
Perfect, sounds good. And could you please tell us what marketplaces are you covering with Quantify Ninja because we have quite a lot of international Amazon sellers.
We actually now supports all marketplaces, ev- all of them. It's 3 regions, and each region has its own marketplace. But we basically, even if you sell on Turkey or US, Canada, Mexico, EU, everything. So everything is supported now.
Perfect. So let's jump into the Quantify Ninja application. Let's see what we can do with it and how does it work.
All right, so I'm showing my account, which is I filled it with a lot of fake orders because I'm not selling anymore. So just ignore the numbers. Some of it may look non-reasonable, but you can see you will be able to understand the important things of the features we have. Obviously, I cannot show real accounts because it's people doesn't want to share what they're selling. So what you can see when you log in to the software is basically, first of all, you see the dashboard that shows you in general how many sales you have. It depends on the filter above, but basically you can set up a filter and save it, and then you can see the today and yesterday or any time from any different time frame, and you can see very easily, which is kind of weird that Amazon doesn't show it easily. So if you sell on a specific day and you want to see how many sales you had from each of your products, it's basically
you need to go to the order section and then start counting each of the products and see. What with Quantify Ninja, you can see it very easily, and you can just hover the pie chart and see how many products you sold and what is the revenue. This is and in the at the bottom you can also see uh, the orders themselves. But as I said, these are fake orders, so we don't have all the data. You should see a table full of orders and with the filter, you can, of course, select specific time frames or change the marketplace if because each account in Quantify Ninja is a specific region. So this one, for example, is a North America region, which includes U.S., Canada, Mexico, and so you can see if I had sales in Amazon Canada or Mexico, I would have here another option to see only sales on Canada or only sales on Mexico. And you can also select brands. If you have brands on Amazon, then you can select and see specific brands, and of course select specific ASINs. So all this filter you can set up and even save it. So on the next login, you can see the filter that you want to see when you log in. But this is kind of what we had so far, and the new features that we've added recently is the profit section. And in the profit section, well, we have lots of information that can help sellers, and what you can see here, we have the real time on the left side, and the time frame that you selected in the filter to the right side. And the data is you have a lot of data that shows how many units sold, what is the revenue, how much profit you made, how much costs you had, and what's the margin. And each of the components inside the box is clickable. So if I click on a number of units sold, for example, I can see uh, each of the products separately. But what's more interesting is that you can see how well did it performed yesterday. So if I clicked on the unit sold on the real time, I can see how many products I sold compared to yesterday. The same thing goes to the right side. If I click on the unit sold on the right side, then you'll see the same thing that compare to the same period. So if the filter is set to 30 days, then the comparison will be the previous 30 days. And every section in the box is clickable, so you can actually see also revenue. It's the same thing, but the difference between the boxes is that we can also compare according to the time. So it wouldn't be great if you compare how many sales you had today because the day is not ended yet, right? So you can't really compare it to yesterday. So what we did is we compare for example, the units sold to the same time yesterday. So if yesterday by this time we had, let's say, 5 sales, that you will see a decrease in the percentage. So same goes for the revenue. All the comparison we compared in the real time for the same hour in the previous period. Now let's say I want to compare. I want to see, let's say, year to date. So let's do apply. Then the real time will not be changed because it's real time, but the right side you will see, and now you can see easily on the left side that I didn't add sales before March 3rd, but you can see very easily how well you performed along in that period. By the way, you can even expand it and then see if you want to see specific dates. And each of the bar you can see that how many products you sold and how many products you sold in the previous period. And of course, same goes for the revenue, same goes for the costs, and everything here is clickable. So a lot of customers ask me, how do I see, how do I compare, how do I see how many products I sold compared to the previous period? So it's very simple. All you need to do is click on any of the numbers, and it will show you the fraction of each of the feature. So if costs I click, then you'll see the costs. If I click on profit, you will see the profit compared to the previous period. One more thing interesting is that if you want to see the profit, how we calculated the profit, you can easily click on the profit button, and it will show you exactly how we calculated the profit. So you'll see the gross revenue, reimbursements, Amazon fees that you can even see the breakdown, okay? And then estimated payouts, refunds, how many promos, cost of goods if you have set it, and PPC cost, and then the net profit and the margin. You can download it, and this is about those boxes. We also have the best and worst products, and if you scroll a little bit down, this is my favorite part where you can see the graphs. So I'm a kind of person who likes to see graphs and trends because it helps me understand how well my product is doing. Because usually if you tell me that I've sold 50 products today and yesterday 20 products, you can't feel what is the trend. But if you look at the unit sold, let's see, for example, just unit sold, then you can easily see how well your product is doing. And what we have here in the table is also you can see how much of the units were sold by PPC. So if, for example, on April 30, I had 23 sales and 9 of them sold by PPC. You can also see promotions and profit, okay? We have lots of information here. You can see revenue, cost, margin, ROI. Everything is important. So if you want to know better your business, you can look at the graph. It really helps understand how well your business is doing. Now we're going to have, in the next few days, we're going to have also a pie chart that shows how many refunds and what is the percentage, not only by chart, because sometimes it's important to understand for a specific product or for all your products the refund rate. So basically the whole dashboard is filtered by the filter. So if I want to see a specific product, everything will be changed to that specific ASIN. So let's, for example, select, I need to select something else. Okay, I don't have it because it's still fake, but you can, that if you select a specific product, then all the chart shows only that specific product. But even if you didn't select a specific product, you can still scroll down and you will see in a table all the data for every product separately. So if you look for a specific product, you can see how many sales, how many PPC, how many PPC sold, and how many PPC expensed, how many promos, revenue, the cost, the profit, the margin, and ROI. And everything is sortable, so you can sort it by the best sales, best revenue, or best profit, as you wish. So this is regarding the profit. It's very accurate. We worked on it a lot, so and we had many hours of work just to make sure that we count everything. And so this is about the profit. So I want to say a few words also about the alerts because we just added it in the last few months. Um, we know how important it is to uh, to know more about your competitors because today the whole market is if you want to make profit, you know, you want to make better pricing, you want to change your image, you want to know which image works best. So it's really important to track your competitors and see what they're doing and maybe take some ideas. Um, for example, when I sold products, I used to order some of my best competitors and then see what they're doing. So this is how I actually made my product better because I saw all the flow, start from the images to the email sequence and everything. So this section is actually we're sending alerts when something is changed. You can use it to get alerts if your product is changed or when your competitor is changed. So if you can select here your product and then add competitors. So you can say, let's say I want to, you can set here any ASIN, so you can select any ASIN that you want to follow. And then here you can set up which alerts you want to get. So you can get alerts for title change, product image change, category, pricing, reviews count, etc. Okay, so basically you can set up the same alerts for your own product. I know so that for lots of sellers, it's really important to know if something on their listing changed, so you can also set it on your product, and you will get it as an email or to your Facebook Messenger. So when you sign up, you can set up the Facebook alerts or email alerts. Okay, you can do it by here. You uh, send to my Facebook Messenger, and it will send you the alert to there. Um, One more thing that people really like about the software, it's not new, but it's important to talk about is the notifications, not about competitors, but for your own store, is for your sales. So lots of people wants to know when they have sales, so you can set up notification here. You can just set up sales notification. You can select every sale, every 5 sale, every 10 sales. It's basically faster than Amazon. Now, sometimes I have a few sellers that actually found out that some of their inventory were like they were they were doing wrong use of coupon codes, and suddenly by the Facebook notification they saw lots of sales. They realized that something went wrong, and then they realized that they used a coupon instead of a single-use coupon. They used it in the detail page. I'm sure you know about this issue that if you don't know how to generate coupon, just make sure you do it right, because if you don't pay any attention to this checkbox, which is that it will be the coupon code will be published in the listing page, which is uh, usually not what you meant. So if you want to get sales notification to your Facebook, you can do that here as well. You can of course get negative feedback notifications, and you also can have a hijacking notification, which is important if you are selling a private label product. Then you would want to get notification if someone else join your listing, right? So basically, this is the section of notification. One more thing I want to talk about the invoicing, because invoicing is basically usually for Europe, you will see here auto upload. We upload invoices directly to Seller Central. So um, most of the users that uses for the EU marketplace, because they're customers that buys from the EU usually wants to get their invoice so they can get VAT returns. So if this is account is for North America, so there's no option to auto upload invoices yet. You can still create invoices if you want. But let's switch to my Europe account, which is empty, and then you can create an invoice and then select here to auto upload it. Now you can create the invoice by clicking create new invoice. You can add an image, you can add your address, you can add all the details that will be displayed on the invoice, and then even add here notes. Eventually, you select the VAT and then save the invoice. And then after saving the invoice, you can just click on the auto upload, and very similar to the automated messaging, we will upload uh, every for the invoice for every order directly to Seller Central, and it will be available for the buyer. And everything you see here is basically unlimited. So you pay a fixed price and you get everything, and you can upload as many as invoices as you want. You can unlike other softwares that limiting the some features by revenue or by number of products. We don't do that. We keep the pricing very very simple. You pay a fixed price and you get unlimited for everything. I want to say a few words about automated messages. This is one of the old of the one of the old features in Quantify Ninja, and the thing is that many sellers thinks that the automated messaging is not useful. Well, I kind of agree with the fact that it's not as useful as it used to be, because lots of buyers can opt out of messaging. But yet, when I look at the numbers, and we send a lot of emails every day, about 200,000 emails every day, and we see how many emails are opened, and we still see that out of this number, about 30% of the emails are still being opened. So I still think automated messaging, as long as Amazon allows it, is still the best way to get reviews. And our automated messaging system is, I think it's the most advanced, at least from what I've seen so far. It's the most advanced system that I've seen. You can, of course, see open rate yourself, and then optimize your messaging. If you go inside, you can write the text, you can add images, you can use variables. So this is kind of what most of the softwares that sends email has. But we also have some extra features, and I'm not sure how many software has. One of them is the product short name. So you can set up a short name for every product and then use it in the email. And it's important because you don't usually want to say thank you for buying my, I don't know, iPhone case, right? You don't want to say thank you for buying and then the long title that you have on Amazon. So you can set up a short name, and then we will use the short name in all the places in Quantify Ninja. We will of course not we will not change the name, of course, in the listing, but everywhere else in the software you will see it in Ninja. Also, you can set up a different languages template. So if you want to send a specific message in English to your US buyers and Spanish template to your to Mexican buyers, or I don't know, in Europe it's even more important. Then you want to say, right, thank you for buying our, and then use the product name for that specific in that specific language. So you can set up a short name for every marketplace separately, and then You can define different templates in different languages with variables that applies in the same language. And of course, you can set up when you want to send the email, how many days after the item is shipped or delivered or refunded, or if negative feedback is received. Um, More interesting is that you can add also another variation for the same template. And this is the A/B testing feature for the automated messaging. So if you want to test how well your email is sent, you can add another alternative subject or alternative content. You can do both, or you can do one. So basically, what it means is that you can create two variations of the same email, and then after you create the second variation, we let's say, for example, you sold 50 products a specific day, and we need to send 50 emails, and then we have two variations. So we split it, let's say 25 at the beginning, 25 to first variation, 25 to the second variation, and you will be able to see from the table. Let's go to my US account. Maybe I have there an A/B testing email system. Then you will be able to see, or here, this is an example. So you see two lines of open rate, one for the primary and another one for the secondary, and this one is for the general. Um, so you can actually see which one goes better, and then after a few emails are open, we then try to send more emails to the variation that works better. So we do it automatically. The user doesn't need to do anything. We just see how many opens we had in each variation, and then we give more priority to the one that has a better open rate. So it's really easy to use it, and I really recommend using it. It's still one of the things A/B testing. You should do it everywhere, not just in emails. It's a rule of thumbs to do it in your listing, in your images, but also on the emails. We have lots of configuration where you can set up if you want to send it, if buyer left a negative feedback, or if an order was refunded. We can include repeated buyers or send only to repeated buyers. We can decide if to send this template if a promotion is given, and here you can select the channels. So you can set up different templates to different marketplaces. You can add coupons. You can exclude products. You can add files, and I think that is it. And one more thing about the automated messaging: if you want to have a very good looking email, you can do it yourself, or use Upwork or Fiverr to ask a professional HTML to your emails, and then you can go to the source HTML and put here actually code, and then it could look much better in the emails, and then maybe you can increase your the chances to get a positive review. We also support FBM or bulk messaging. If you missed, I don't know, a few days for some reason, or you want to send one-time email to a specific buyers from a specific date, you can do it from the bulk. So it's a very sophisticated and advanced system for sending emails, and I will say it again, emails are still the best way to get reviews because they're still working. And as long as Amazon allows it, just make sure that you follow the terms of service, because Amazon change it once in a while. Today, you can't ask more than one-time review. You can send more than one email, but you can't ask for review more than one time. You can't ask for a positive review. You can't send coupon codes for as a compensation. Just keep with the terms of service. Otherwise, you may be warned at the beginning, but then Amazon also can block your permission to send emails for forever, which is really really bad, and you don't want to get there. Let's talk about the orders and blacklist. In the orders and blacklist, you can see all your orders. You can drill down to any order. And since we are using invoicing and we send invoices, as I've seen before, we had the permission from Amazon to keep what's called PII information. It's private information about the buyers, which most software doesn't have this permission to keep the buyer name and address of the specific buyer. We only keep it for 30 days to uh, for the invoicing section, but yet you can see all the information here. You can see if you click the ship address, this one is empty. It's fake orders, but you will see here the recipient name and ship address, and if you click it, you will see the full address of the buyer. If you want to, you you can also send a message from here. If you want to send a message to specific buyer, just click send message, then write your message or use the template. You can use an automated template or to send a message, and then just click send at the bottom. And one more thing, that you can also blacklist, of course, buyers, and it's a nice option that you can not only blacklist the buyer, you can also blacklist an order. So if you had some things with the buyer and you already talked to him by email, you want to exclude them from future templates, so you can exclude the order. That means that for the next purchase, you will still get emails. But if you want to completely exclude the buyer, you can do that by here. But lots of customers ask me, but I want it to be automatically if the order is refunded, right? You don't want to send, please write me a review if order is refunded. This you can do that by in the templates definitions and set to not send the template if an order is refunded. Obviously, you don't want to do that for a template that is specifically sent to customers who made refund, which is, by the way, very important, I think, to send such an email. So always keep one email that goes directly to refunded orders, because you want to ask the buyer why did he issue this refund. I mean, you want to know if you have problems with your products. You can use it for better customer service. You can use it to improve your next bulk, your next order, and so it's really, really important to use a template that goes after refund, and one that goes, at least one goes after shipping, just to make sure that everything is good with their order. Okay, so this is regarding the orders and blacklist. You can also download the orders. So you can just select what's good. You can do that also in Seller Central, but the difference is that you can download only specific orders here. So in Seller Central, you can just mark specific dates, then download everything. But here you can select specific dates and then have lots of configuration about which order to ignore, which order to add, and then you can say, okay, I don't want to use refund orders. I don't want to. I want to only for repeated buyers. I want only for a specific channel. I want only specific products, and then I don't know, and only orders that paid more than X amount of money, and then download the report. I know users use it also for Facebook advertising. So what they do is they take all the data and then they upload it as a custom audience for Facebook, and then they start to advertise to that audience. So it's possible you can do that as well here. So what you need to do is just mark only necessary for Facebook advertising, then download the report, and then you take the report as is. When you create a Facebook audience, maybe we can run sometime a webinar only for that purpose, because it's there's a lot to talk about how you can retarget your audience. But basically what you need to do is just download the report and then upload it as a custom audience to Facebook. uh, More about Facebook. Along with the notification for Facebook, we also have a Facebook bot manager, which you can also use it to target your customers. Um, and what you can do here, let me just zoom out a little bit. Uh, okay, so what you can do here is prepare a conversation that you will then be triggered. It will be triggered with advertising ads or a specific post on Facebook. That if someone writes a comment, the messenger will pops up. But it's really nice that you can create a conversation here, and you can use, as you can see, I've already done some tests. So you can write text and buttons, and when you do tests, you can see it here. So if I go here, for example, and I say hi customer name, so it shows me hi, are you satisfied for a new iPhone case? And if I click on the yes, this is what it will show me. If I click no, it should show me that I'll be happy to assist. And then you can basically write anything you want and then test it here. uh, you can also send coupon codes. So, for example, let's say that it clicks yes, and let's say, would you like a coupon code? And then I'll do test. So if I click yes, it should show me this image. And then, would you like a coupon code? Then I can add a button. And if he says yes, then I will add him a coupon code. Then I can say, here you go. Now, if you upload coupons to the system pre-advanced, then you can use those coupons. So I just add a coupon code. It says, let's say, test. I hope I have some coupons left there. And then let's see how it goes. So what it does, it actually goes to the coupons and then just pull one, and it will not use it ever again. Uh, so we can use single-use coupons for that purpose. So let's see if I clicked yes. Second, would you like a coupon code? I click yes, and then it should write, here you go, and here's coupon code. Now, if you want to use it, what you need to do is just go to the coupon codes section, which is here, and then just upload new set of coupons. By the way, this is very convenient, not only for the bot manager. You can use it for the everyday use. So if you have coupon codes ready, you just download them from Amazon. You then upload it here. It's really easy because you just give it a name, a reasonable name. You give it the expiration date, and you upload the file here. Then once it is uploaded, you will not forget about it. I know for a fact that I used to download coupons, then I forgot about it. I just download 30 coupons, for example. I use it once, then I don't know where it is. I don't know what's the expiration date. So you can keep it on Ninja. You can click on get one coupon. It will just generate one coupon here. Just zoom in. So you can get the next coupon here, and you can use it. So if I click it again, it will give me a different coupon. So it's very, very easy, very convenient to use this section. And you can, of course, use it to the automated messaging. You can use it to the bot section, as I showed it earlier. And so once you have a conversation ready, you can trigger this conversation either by link. You can send the link, and if you click the link, you will be directed directly to this conversation. And what's special about it is when once someone write anything, clicked on a button, he is already a subscriber. So you can look at the subscriber list, and you will see all the people who spoke with the bot, and then you can take this audience, select a few of them, all of them, I don't know, and then trigger a different conversation. But this is you need to be more advanced in the Facebook Messenger to understand how it works. This is a completely a whole webinar we can do only about the Facebook Bot Manager. But it's important to know that we have this options in Quantify Ninja, and it's really can do magic in the sense of reviews. I know for a fact a lot of users that used it actually had to slow down a little bit with the number of reviews, because Amazon sometimes blocks the listing for new reviews if you get too many reviews in a small period of time, even though it's completely legal. Okay, so I think I spoke about most of the features, or most of the important features. And it's important to say we support all marketplaces. We support all regions. You can, if you have multiple accounts, you can also add accounts using in the account settings. You can add accounts. So if you have two accounts, you can add more accounts. Then you will see it here. So if you have multiple accounts, you can just switch from account to account very easily. You can have access for VAs. If you don't want your VA to see your revenue, then you can block him from seeing. You just generate an email with a password, and then you can log in, see only pages that you gave access to. So this is about it. We have lots of things we want to add in the future, and we're working really hard to to add important things that will give lots of value to you.
Perfect. So many different like tools you're providing. It's amazing.
Yep.
I really like that you're developing this Facebook functionality. It's very. You have been on this like for the last 2 years, right?
Yes, we are competing with some those companies that actually does only this. So we're competing with lots of features. So and it's really hard, coping with everything. But we still think we made most of the important features into Quantify Ninja that will allow you to do to get more reviews and actually make more sales.
Amazing. This sounds like very, very useful for Amazon sellers. And now let's jump to the pricing. I would like to hear what plans do you offer. And actually, from the past, I remember that Quantify Ninja was always known as a really affordable software solution for Amazon sellers.
Yes, the current pricing is $35 for. We have two plans actually, but both are fixed price with unlimited usage. And the difference between them is the number of features, because the bot section and some of the tracking keywords that we didn't speak about are not included in premium. So we have premium and Master Ninja, and in the premium it costs $35 a month, and the Master Ninja costs $55 a month. This is very affordable. But and the difference between them is that the $55 has also the Facebook Bot Manager and the ASIN Tracker, which is not listed in this image, but we also have ASIN Tracker that tracks keywords and the position and which page they are. But every feature that you have is unlimited. So both plans have unlimited automated emails. Both plans has all the profit dashboard, order dashboard, everything with unlimited usage. We don't limit with revenue or products. So very affordable price. I can say we didn't change the pricing since we started in 2016, and we're still thinking of doing this. We are adding more features, and we want to change the pricing a little bit, and we will probably do it in the next few months. So now is the time to join, because we will not change pricing for existing customers.
And how does it affect the pricing if Amazon seller would like to link different marketplaces like Amazon US and Amazon Europe?
Right. So if you add a region, the pricing is per region. So a region consists of multiple marketplaces. And if you, so for example, North America and EU are different regions. And basically, Amazon has three regions. It's North America, EU, and Far East. So each region is an extra $15 a month. Okay. But so every region is another $15. But as I said, a region is not one marketplace. A region is multiple marketplace.
So if you are selling in US, Canada, and Mexico, it will be just $55 per month. And if you would like to add 5 European marketplaces, it will be just $15 extra. In total, $70. Is it correct?
Right. Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
Wow, amazing value you are providing to the Amazon seller community. And now let's talk about the future plans. What are you working on right now?
Yeah, we have very, very interesting stuff going on here. I spoke about the increasing the prices because we are always adding new stuff, and we're going to add something, probably one of the most amazing things I've ever done in the software. And this is I want to talk about the most, I think, difficult problem for Amazon seller, which is finding products, right? If I told you, hey, Augustus, I have a product that you can sell like crazy, right? It's worth a lot. It's the best value you can get. And so what we did is we actually created a machine that based on artificial intelligence, and it actually searches the market, and it finds the best products that you can think of, and something that maybe you can do manually for one product, two products, but you can never do it like in the same way to explore thousands of products. And the thing is that we take a product and then we start analyzing it. And let me show you what I mean. So for the COVID-19, people buys a lot of sneeze guard protection. So this product was actually was found by our algorithm. And let me show you how we look at this product, for example. So what we see here is that we look at the number of competitors for this specific product. What we do is we gather all the people, all the sellers who sells sneeze guard protectors, and we gather them together, and we saw how many people, how many sellers selling this product. So this is what we call the market, right? So you see that the market, the competitors number is increased, right? And then if you look at the revenue, for example, market revenue, then you also see that it's increased, right? It makes sense. So market revenue increased, and the competitor increased too, which makes also sense because demand goes up. It means people wants to buy it, then it brings more competitor to the market. But what's interesting here is that you can see the average revenue. So it's not one sellers that control the market. So if you look at the average revenue, you see that it goes up, and then it's even increasing or a little bit stable. So that means actually that you can see that demand go up, competitors are increasing, but yet the average revenue keeps about the same, which is amazing because it basically says that there's still room. The demands goes beyond the request. That there's more room to get inside this market. So, but this was just a few fields that that we talked about. But there's lots of things we can look at. We can look about the market reviews. How many reviews were in the market? How many new reviews? We can look at how many sales, because it's also important to see the average. Let's say the average sales price. So I can add here the average price, and if we look at both graphs of competitors and average price, then you can see that the number of competitors increasing while the average price is decreasing, right? It makes sense. More competitors goes in, and then the price goes down. But it's interesting to see that in a specific point of time, it's starting to be stable, even though competitors are still even though there's a lot of competitors, the pricing is still the average pricing is still about the same. So this would be a market that I would go for example. So if you take all this data and the data that we didn't speak about the reviews, about how many new sellers joined in, how many new reviews, how easy it is to get new reviews. You take all this together, puts into our machine, and it tells you which product would be the best product to launch. Now, since it's so new, what you see here is not Quantify Ninja. It's just an inner software that we built to start exploring the market, and we actually need some sellers. If anyone wants to join or to our pilot or to try it out, we will be glad to hear your ideas. We will be glad to hear what you think, and maybe even to see what we can do. We understand that this is very valuable, so we want to know what would be the best way to use it. So if anyone wants to join us and try to learn it or use it, please send us an email. There's much more than I could say now, but it's still something amazing. You can see that we select the product not by gut but by data, and this is what makes it so powerful.
Yinon, how could Amazon sellers contact you if they are interested to test this tool you're showing right now?
I'm always available in the email. I will show it in a second. Or you can also write into the support. You can also write me on Facebook. I will share my Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very available, so I'm listening to everyone. If there's problems, not just here, if there's any issues with the software, if you want to talk to me, you can do it directly. And I'm trying to be very available for you.
And this new tool will be a part of the Quantify Ninja, or it will be offered as an additional service?
No, it will be probably. It's not yet final, but we're thinking of adding this tool into Quantify Ninja. But it will be probably with a different pricing, because it takes a lot of resources to. Every market has its own sellers. You need to keep tracking on sellers every day, see how many sales, how many revenue, how many reviews. So it's a very hard work in a computing sense. So it will be probably part of Quantify Ninja with a different pricing.
All right. So it was a pleasure to chat with you today, Yinon. A lot of great tools you have in Quantify Ninja, and those who want to sign up for this software, check the link below in the description. And thank you very much, Yinon, and good luck in your business. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.